Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jam Plays Daily Valhalla. Hope you guys are having a happy December 28th. Before we get into this, you may have noticed that Jill's apartment looks a tad different. It looks like there's a little more stuff. There's an unfortunate reason for that, because I was filming today's episode earlier, and I made a mistake towards the end of the recording, and that's okay. Just cancel the recording, start over. I've done it before for this. Every now and then I'll make a mistake and I'll just have to start over from the beginning. It's fine. But unfortunately, I saved over a chunk of it this time because of another mistake I made with the saving and loading mechanisms, where basically I saved it to day 16 break instead of day 16 room. Basically meaning I basically erased the entire, even if I went back and reload my old save file, I had effectively deleted the entire first half of the December 28th day from existence. So I wouldn't have been able to show it to you, and I obviously really wanted to. So I did the next best thing. I went to my personal file, because I have a couple of Switch files. I have one specifically for stream recordings, and one that I just use in my normal just playing video games. So I grabbed one of my old New Game Plus files from my regular account that happened to be saved at day 16 rooms. So how it's gonna work is we're gonna play the first half of that, and then I'll just splice the recording afterwards, and when we get to the break, I'll just cut back into the regular run we've been on. So, very sorry about that. Again, I was not planning on doing it. It was a saving error on my end that I'm having to resolve. But, again, this is New Game Plus, so I got all of the stuff. So, the funny thing is, day 16, the first half of December 28th, I will have bought the gift for Jill, so she'll remember the orders, and then the second half I won't have bought the gift for Jill, so she won't remember the orders. So also that's the reason the funds are gonna swap around a lot too, so. But anyway, so let's get right into it. You've been chuckling since yesterday, Wiener. Nothing new from Kiramiki. That bar called Valhalla. Is it any good? How do you place to unwind after work? Normies are taking over, huh? Everyone is a NEET, just like me. Anyway, place is cool, but the bartender can be a bit of a dick. How so? Never been there, so I wouldn't know. Is she cute? I can take it if she's cute. She's cute, but I think she's a bit full of herself. The guy seems a bit more of a bro. So you already had a conversation with her. Did she reject your advances? Nah, I just heard from the distance. So, is that a no? Kind of. I mean, if you're going there just to chat. I just want a place to chill for a bit and meet new people. Can I smoke there? Is there any bar from the BTC where you can smoke? I mean, if Jill's evidence, you can smoke just outside of it very easily. Nope. Bummer. Well, I think I'm gonna go next week then. That sounds good enough for me. This thread is closed. So I'm full of myself? You are. 4 is just a savage to Jill at all times. Also, I do kind of wish this game, the in-game days kept going for a full week after this, just so we could see if Dude in this Danger You comment section actually follows through on his promise. Yick, the final, or YIK, the final remaster released the video game charts by Lana Smithy. The newest remaster of 2016's YIK, a postmodern RPG, opens the charts this week with 3.5 million copies shipped on its launch day. Other titles this week include new releases such as Hatsune Miku Project Remaster and Sting's Face Remastered. So yeah, Sting's Face is also just straight up a Steins Gate reference, what with like the semicolon there. But man, they were not even subtle with Hatsune Miku. Full chart, including lifetime sales. Yik the Final Remaster, 3.5 million / new. Hatsune Miku Project Remaster, 1.5 million / new. Seeing Face Remastered, 150k / new. Water Pro Wrestling G, 500k, 950k. Dang it, Round Paul, 400k, 1.2 mil. I noticed that the top 3 biggest sellers are all remasters. Can't believe they predicted the PlayStation 5! This is the 3rd final this year. Aw, Jill, I'm sure you'll be happy when Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartending Action, the final super duper remaster shows up. Woman marries anime pillow, nobody's actually surprised. I remember a time when wacky stuff like this made a lot of headlines, but even though I'm reporting on it, I just can't help but think how mundane it's become. I mean, we live in a world where you can just plug into the internet and live there for as long as your wallet can afford related fees. Lots of people get married in these virtual spaces. Thanks to new technologies, the traditional views on human relationships have changed so much someone marrying a literal object feels kind of tame now. The pillow had some form of intelligence, it might be somewhat different, but it's just a plain generic anime hug pillow. Get with the times, Grandma. Wanna marry me? Can't marry your own son. First Space Colony plans to develop its own army by Lana Smithby. Even though space was imagined as the promised land, a place where humanity would start over, it looks like we're about to repeat our mistakes from the past. The first space colony, Shin Outer Paradise, is currently in talks to develop its own privately owned army, following alleged threats from a notorious terrorist group. We're discussing it right now, but the law is most likely approved. We'll have an army, and we'll defend our motherland from any terrorist threat. Alice Rabbit chimed in during a private stream. This terrorist group does not exist. Don't let the Outer Paradise government fool you. The only reason for this law is so they can have more control over the population. Alice Rabbit is in space, too? Amazing. Especially amazing considering she may or may not be Alma. The game is not clear on that. Alright, let's go to work. Evening. Ah, Jill, I'm out to get firecrackers. Firecrackers? It's New Year's, right? We need some. Wouldn't firecrackers scare off the dog? Yeah, good idea. Go ahead. Friendly reminder, since it's been about 5 minutes probably, but Jill does not like dogs. I'll be back in a bit. Even for a cat lover, you get excited about firecrackers a whole lot more when dogs are involved. I know how hypocritical it sounds, and I don't care. Ah, Jamie's here. Greetings. Jamie's just blipped in and out of existence right there. Anyway, let's start. Also, again, with the new stuff, the music's a little different because you actually unlock a lot of music in New Game Plus, so it'll give you the opportunity to hear some new tunes. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Ah, the guy that wouldn't come back twice. Yeah, shut up. By any chance, did something fly over here 2 weeks ago? On Friday? Yes. There were lots of weird explosion noises throughout the night, but as far as I understand, those were made by a flying drone or something like that. So it flew by here. I take it you know what made the noise? Let's just keep it at whatever drone story you heard. I want to know how this idiot figured it out. Right. The noise got annoying after a while, I must say. So it remained in the vicinity? I don't know what counts as in the vicinity, but yeah. Distant explosions all night. Interesting. So it didn't get far away. Now, give me a Mars blast. One of these is red is enough to leave your face red like the actual plane. You see, the problem is, since I don't all stream these at once, I am streaming them in advance, I'm not streaming them all at once. I don't remember what descriptions I've read or not, so I've been trying to think, like, have I already read the Mars Blast description, or did I just read the exact same joke twice to you guys? Here you go. Well, you didn't mess up. Sorry, if I may interject. You looking for a fight? Most certainly not. You really think you'd stand a chance? You're like half his size. I mean, more like 7/8 his size if you like go by just straight up their pixel art, but you know. I can fight Dirty. He kills people for a living. I can fight Dirty. Ingram really out here going, did I stutter? Jill, please. You make me sound like a savage. It'd be like me saying that you get people drunk for a living. It's not wrong, but there are better ways of saying stuff like that. You're right, sorry. Like I said, I'm not looking for a fight. Just noticed that you seem to like strong drinks. What about it? Well, to be honest, it's a rare sight in this bar. I even come to believe I'm the only one here who enjoys them, aside from the owner. Does this mean that Gil drinks fruity drinks? May I suggest you try a suplex next time? It might be to your liking. Okay, let's try this suplex thing. Right. Let's give Ingram a suplex. Wow, that sounded weird. There we go, a nice piss yellow. Here. Good stuff. Like a less burning but punchier pile driver. Say, your face looks somehow familiar, mister. Call me Jamie. And you are? I'm Ingram. Anyway, I think I saw your face somewhere. And then I saw your face, and now I'm a believer. Maybe when I need to look for a specific file at... Did you perhaps go through a nanomachine expunge? I did, actually. Figured as much. Only a handful of people do that. Almost all of them are people with nanomachine rejections that feel oddly suicidal. So I go through the whole thing. Rejection? He tied something? The second one. It's easy to remain undetected when they have no means to track you or your activity. I see. How does the expunge work? You lie in a pressure chamber and they give you a special IV solution. Causes nanomachine rejection while giving you the antibodies needed to prevent them from getting back in. For 5 hours, you're trapped in bed while a horrible pressure builds up in your body, and nanomachines are forced out. They're like little needles all over your body. You feel them in your eyes, in your gums, in your toes, everywhere. Ooh! I'm wincing at this description. Again, I feel like Jamie... It almost feels like this game Jamie should like be the protagonist and Jill's like the NPC bartender that he visits to get items and stuff. Like that feels like something like a battered protagonist would have to go through in like a normal Cyberpunk-esque game. Or even Cyberpunk, I guess. Actually, doesn't that happen? Doesn't that kind of sort of happen in like the Cyberpunk 2077 anime? I haven't seen that yet, but like the main kid, like Dave or something, like gets a new metal spine or some crap, and it's like extremely painful because he doesn't have the money to get like a good surgery. I remember hearing that plot point or something. I also remember hearing that anime was extremely depressing, which is why I never watched it. Jam don't do sad. And after all that, we need to implant you a mechanism that constantly releases the same antibodies. So basically like a anti-nanomachine pacemaker? Ouch. What are you having, Jamie? This is a gut punch. Yeah, should have figured. Hey, give me one of those. Okay. No matter... Yes, I've made basically a variation of that joke every time gut punch has been mentioned in this game. And you better believe I will continue to until the end of the playthrough, chat. Sure. And you know what's a little optional karma tree among friends, huh? It's supposed to mean a punch made of innards, but the name actually describes what you feel while drinking it. What would a punch made of innards feel like? Here. Yeah, I love these. It looks different from yours, though. I had a couple of extras in his, actually. How do you do that, Gil? There are 5 total ingredients for almost all the drinks. How do you have, like, extras? Like, what, the other 2 ingredients I didn't use? What? So where's the antibody unit they suck you with, Jamie? Inside, like all of our maintenance systems. Question of the day, chat. How do you think they got it inside Jamie? Like, surgically? Orally? Did they shove it up his butt? Ant-Man Thanos style? So many wonderful and disturbing possibilities. Let me know what you think, chat. Gosh, this is the worst question I've done so far. It can be troublesome at times, but the perks of not having nanomachines in the body outweigh the cons. And the rest of the enhancements? Were you reconstructed, or have you been adding them over time? Over time, either by getting a much-needed enhancement or for fixing injuries. I see. Well, it was a pleasure, Jamie, but I gotta leave. Nice meeting you, Ingram. Aw, Ingram made a friend. He's not such a toughie after all. Please come again. Don't count on it. You've said that twice. Shut up. Seemed like a nice guy. Right. I won't call him a bastard, but he's not the nicest in the bunch. Maybe you caught him on a bad day? Nah, I think you're just that good at bringing out the nicer side in people. Oddly enough. That guy tires the hell out of me. Yeah, man, I know, Jamie's exhausting. Thank goodness that weirdo left. Someone's in a good mood. Give me a bad touch, will you? That way you'll be in a good mood too. A bad touch for Alma. Oh. Yes. Yes, this New Game Plus song. This song, chat, is called A New Frontier. It is my favorite song in the game. It is only available for New Game Plus, so you do have to play through the game once to get it. But yes, so I am very glad that, honestly, I'm almost very glad that I borked the original playthrough of this section, so we had to record it on my main file, because that means you get to hear this glorious tune. I just love I'm a sucker for like these dark Hotline Miami-esque synth riffs. This song definitely hits different if you're listening to it while you're driving around at night. Oh yeah. I feel like I'm Mordecai from that one bit in regular show where he's listening to see like, oh yeah, that's the best part. Rigby. Oh, I'm so distracted in this song I forgot to double it. I guess I don't really need to. The money here isn't going to matter in the actual playthrough, but still. Here. Joe, you have such a petty sense of humor. Guilty as charged. So, what put you in a good mood? Oh yeah, that. Today, my sister was supposed to be in court for all the custody proceedings. Of course, not only does she show up later than her husband, and drunk at that, but also dressed like she got fucked in the back of a parking lot. And to top it off, she forgot to even bring her kids. Luckily, my parents brought them to court. The judge assigned the kids to my parents for the time being. So she really messed it up, huh? They came back to the house and Diana started throwing a temper tantrum. She said it was luckier as women get the kids because the angst would make her jump onto the highway. So Ava comes and says, then make sure it kills you because we aren't dealing with you as a cripple. I shouldn't reinforce that behavior, but I don't know. Maybe it was the timing, but I've been laughing for an hour now. You own quite the animosity for Diana, don't you? She and I used to be the closest friends for 7 or 8. We played all the time, even slept on the same bed for a while. Then she turned into a teen. That describes most childhood friendships that fall apart if we're being honest. She stopped playing. She had other things she wanted to do. I can forgive all of that. I mean, the age difference and all. But there is something in particular I still can't forgive. It was a day she invited her friends to the house, and I went to ask her something. As I was leaving, one of her friends asked if I was her sister. And she said she had no little sisters. Ouch. I think that was the moment I finally broke the pedestal I held her on. I admired her as much as a kid could admire someone, you know? Little by little, my admiration wore off. When we finally reached that breaking point, I felt betrayed. And you haven't been able to forgive her after 40 years? Hey. I love the running gag of Jill just assuming that Alma is way older than she actually looks. Not that I still hold a grudge against her, but rather, the Diana who said all those things so many years ago is still the same Diana that I know today. How so? She hasn't matured one bit. She's still as selfish, childish, and immature as she was back then. When you see her, you don't see an adult, you see an overgrown, horny teen. I mean, I feel like you can just say overgrown teen in that scenario. I feel like horny teen is just like the default. So, aside from destroying any admiration I held for her, she made sure not to fix that impression. But enough about me. How are you? Everything's fine, aside from this note. A note? Remember how I told you I lashed out at my dead ex's sister? Yeah? I got this note from her. Let's see. Wow, she must really feel bad about the whole thing. As do I. So, what's the problem then? The same fear that drove me away from her in the first place. Right. Give a Brandini, will you? There's a little story I want to tell you. In the beginning, the universe was created. This was widely hated by many and considered to be a bad mode. I've already flub the opening to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but Guide to the Galaxy, so apologies about that. Here. This is the thing. Let's start. Boo! Oh, hell no. This is the story of a girl who grew disillusioned with one of her sisters. Soon, it became animosity, but not long after that, she distanced herself completely from said sister. With time, the girl would become attached to her eldest sister, looking up to her achievements. All I can look at right now are those boobs. Not now. Said sister would even marry the girl's best friend not soon after. And after the girl went into college, the sister would quit her job. The sister was worried sick about leaving her baby kid alone, prompting her to quit her high-ranking job. What if I hire high-ranking lips? I like Anna's little smug smirk she's got going on in the background. She and Dorothy both have the best smug faces in this game. Shut up. The girl, even as an adult, felt betrayed. Her role model sister went against everything she held her in high esteem for. She was no longer a child, and yet she felt like a part of her had crumbled. Hey Joe, I can lift her sweater. Do you want to see? I bet you want to see. Alright, enough. Enough? Good. Peace out. Anna showed up long enough to ruin Jill's day and then left again. I mean... I know the girl is you and the sister is your eldest sister. Please get to the point. Right. The point is, if you don't face her, she'll be heavily disappointed. She's trying to make amends with you. That must take courage. Lots of it. Yeah, you're right. My mouth's dry. Can I get a beer? A beer. Man, I am going crazy, aren't I? Here. Thanks. So tell me, did you and this scabby girl get along? Oh, yeah. I never had brothers and sisters, but once Lenore introduced me to her as her sister-in-law, she got so excited about having a new sister that she clung to me a lot. I helped her in her studies, read books with her, played with her a lot. She was pretty much my sister, too. I have to leave. I don't tell you this. As both a big and little sister, if you don't grant that girl the chance of talking to you, I'll never forgive you. Don't screw this up, Jill, or I'll kill you. Anyway, see you later. Yeah. Oh, there's a small New Year's party this Saturday if you're interested. Oh, sure, I'll be there. Remember, I won't forgive you. You're gonna die. See you later. Yeah. I'll go take my break. Alright. Wow, you were here? You were quite absorbed in the conversation just now. Jill gets scared very easily in this game. Jamie even said goodbye to you, didn't you hear? Anyways, call me if anything comes up. Alright, so that covers the part that I had to fix from the damaged save, so we will be going back onto the normal playthrough immediately now. Oh, and would you look at that, it's immediately now a clock! Ah, the magic of digital editing. It's less chilly today. Speaking of chilly, it has been freezing where I am right now, where I live in Florida. And if it's freezing where I am, I cannot imagine what the rest of, the East Coast is facing right now. So, good luck to you guys. Our first cold of the year. Also, I should note, because I did try to record December 28th before this, for those of you who are worried that the story would be altered too much by me switching to the New Game Plus file for that last blip, the dialogue in that section was literally exactly the same as my botched playthrough from earlier. Literally I don't know how we got to that. Somehow that New Game Plus playthrough I was on a few years ago was identical to this one, at least for that segment, so don't worry, story-wise, you guys missed absolutely nothing. Jill, a kid's looking for you. Oh, shit. Hey. Oh, Norma. You're back. Again, the signal always goes out when Anna shows up. Oh, fuck you. You do know I'm not giving you any drinks, right? Crap, I said it out loud. How does Jill keep confusing her inside and outside voice so much? Yeah, actually, I want to thank you. She thought it was for her. Thank me? Well, for starters, by not complying and giving me alcohol. Everything else would have fallen apart if I had some. Aw, so responsible, Joe. I kind of faced my mom and told her about the pressure she was putting on me. Said I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do. I like Anna just staring vacantly at you in the background while this is going on. As her face just glitches and contorts. And, well, she didn't speak to me for 2 days. Now that is a strong and healthy mother-daughter bond if I've ever heard one. Not speaking, giving her child this silent treatment. After that, she told me that it'd just be a waste to spend money in the university just for me to not give it my all. She told me to still go to the college course so that I was free to explore. Glad to hear that. And, well, I wanted to thank you for that. Me? If I just rushed headfirst into my original plan, things would have gotten ugly. You were right, I would be hurting her for the sake of hurting. So, thank you. Don't worry about it. Call me before it's too late outside. Be careful. Ah, so sweet. Shut up. Hey Jill, mind helping me here? Sure. Make a bleeding Jane, please. On it. And just like that, Jill's gone back to her dementia ways of forgetting the orders. Thanks. Hey Joe, you hate me? Hate is a harsh word. It's not against you directly, but rather the fact that only I can see you. Like I told you, if they wanted, they could see me. And why can't I? You're the main character? Dunno. I mean, she is. What are you? A cute girl. Right. You okay, Jill? You're making a lot of faces there. Yeah, just remembering stuff. Give me a hand here and serve a beer, please. Sure. Also, I know why they do this from a gameplay perspective, where they have Jill help out Gil. It's so they can have story conversations and lore conversations for Jill in a setting where she doesn't necessarily need to be serving someone drinks. Like, when Gabby showed up and they wanted to talk for a prolonged period about her, but you still need to serve drinks, and for this, so you can have a prolonged talk with Anna, and you obviously can't serve Anna anything, so I get why they do this, but it's still weird that Gil has to have Jill make drinks for, like, Jill, I need help. I've never helped you make a drink once this entire game, but I'm swamped over here. Like, as far as I can tell, Gil's only regular customer that we know about is Jamie. Like, Gil, I had to serve one guy today. It's too much. Please, you gotta help me out here. It's just funny as all. Like, again, I know why they do it, like, from a gameplay perspective. It makes sense from, like, gameplay, but lore-wise, it kind of just makes Gil look like he's not good at his job. Anyways. Thanks. Would you lighten up if I showed you I can interact with the environment? Maybe it'll spook me, but let's try. There! Again, I love Anna's fourth wall reference breaking, where she, like, literally actually changes, like, the design of, like, the text boxes and everything. Can't see anything. You sure? Yep. Weird. Nobody expected Dorothy Inquisition! This is my favorite line of Dorothy, and it's about to be followed by the second favorite line. Dorothy Inquisition, Dorothy Inquisition, Dorothy Inquisition. Ouch! I bit my thumb. Can't believe I'm using the spare tongue so early in the night. And there's the second best line. What the heck is a spare tongue? Honey! Oh, hey Dorothy. I'm making a quick stop for a drink. Can I get a fluffy dream? Sure. And by fluffy dream, of course, you meant optional karma tree and doubled, right? Of course you did. Thanks! Oh yeah, before you leave. What? Are you guys throwing a New Year's party too? Yep. Sure, I'll be there then. I feel like Dorothy as a sex worker would get a lot of work on New Year's Eve, wouldn't she? Like, midnight kisses and all that? Dates to parties and stuff? Escorts, I guess? I don't know. I feel like she wouldn't be free that night is what I'm saying, but... man, who am I to judge? Or even know, for that matter. Well, I got things to do, so... You're a ghost who only Jill can see. What are you doing? You do? Who does what? Sorry, I... sneezed. You do! Oh, sorry, chat. My allergies have been acting up. Weird sneezes. Anyway, I'm out for now. Oh yeah, Joe? Take care of Becky, please. Do you guys remember when Dorothy said that her real first name's Rebecca? Something interesting to think about. Man, she was in a rush. Okay, fuck that noise. Fireworks are sold out everywhere. I'll need to get them through more shady means. To the black market! She's gonna buy them from the internet. She'll find them and put us all at risk of burning. I'll make sure there's an extra extinguisher at hand. Please. Let's see, not here. Weird, I swear the tracks led here. Oh, I'm at a bar. Well, that's nice. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the second secret character of this game. I did not try to get them at all. This must be a byproduct of me getting the first secret character. Because, yeah, I did not intend to get all of them, but I guess I'm accidentally fulfilled conditions to get 2. I might have fulfilled conditions to get all 3, I don't know, but yes, this is Tomcat. They are also from 2064 read-only memories, so... And they also have a canonical voice actor. And the voice actor does a southern accent, so I guess I'll just repurpose my Stella voice for this bit. Can I get you something? Let's have a Brantini. They are not connected. Tomcat is not connected to anyone in this game like how Dana and Lexi knew each other. So they're just another prominent character from that game that was put in here. This seems right. And what brought you here? I think it's better if my name remains a mystery for now. Oh, so we're not supposed to know their name. I only know it because I played 2064. Granted, it has been a while since I played 2064, but the registry says error? Huh. Tomcat is, I believe, a hacker, if I'm remembering correctly, in 2064 lore. So, yeah, Tomcat and Alma are both actually hackers. It's kind of a shame they don't meet in this game. The money's there, but the registry can't display the name properly. So, what brought you here, mysterious person? I'm following Alice Rabbit's trail. I want to know how deep the hole goes. Trail? So Tomcat may or may not be looking for Alma because Alma may or may not be Alice Rabbit, as we may or may not have established. It's really simple when you think about it. Trail? The massive leak of the White Knight's insider info from 2 weeks ago made it to global news. Curiosity got the best of me, so I started seeking the trail of the transmission. Did you work for someone then? No, you could say it's for fun. Alice Rabbit is quite the urban legend, and I wanted to study it. I see. Hey, would you say Alice Rabbit is a person or a group? Excuse me? Well, there are people who say that it might as well be a group instead of just a person. If it can be just a group, it can also be just a symbol. Everyone using the Alice Rabbit moniker could be doing so as a way of staying anonymous while projecting clear intent. I doubt it, though. Why? Alice Rabbit's actions are too consistent. It can't be a group. If it's a group, it's most likely coordinated by just one person. Everything seems to fit an agenda, all the attacks are too consistent and use similar methods. Really? I guess it can be hard for most people to notice beyond the consistent usage of the same bunny avatar. The way the attacks are executed is always in the same vein. Not that it makes it easier to track, actually. Tracks only get dimmer and dimmer with each attack. So you came to check on what might be left behind from the last hacking job? A pilgrimage of sorts, if you will. Say, would you mind giving me a Zen star? The thing is, while Tomcat has no connection to anyone in this game, they do have a connection with Lexi. I don't know why Tomcat and Lexi just didn't show up at the same time. If they were already both going to Glitch City. They both independently traveled from Neo San Francisco to Glitch City within a few days of each other and apparently did not communicate this fact to each other. It seems like if I were friends with someone and we were having to be going to the same place a few days apart, we'd at least talk about carpooling. Sure. Oh. Unfortunately, this one's already big, so we can't double it. Very sad. F in chat. Sour, promo, and bland. What a combo. Here. Ah, as nasty as I remember. So, what have you found? Can you share? Sure. Why the hell not? I'm in a good mood. Well, whoever Alice Rabbit is, or are, they spent a lot of time planting seeds all over the city. Seeds? There's traces of the video being streamed from up to 23 different locations. All of them routers or different brands that blew up after the transmission. Every one of them using different ISPs, some even using internet providers from outside the city. Sounds excessively expensive. There's even traces of programs that hacked into devices, giving it the means to access a network for as long as the broadcast lasted. It's like a public access television hijacking. Apparently, Alice Rabbit also accessed devices early to make sure they'd be turned on at the right time. Well, the only thing without the transmission was my old CRT, so yeah. Jill has a CRT! She is a nerd! We've seen many examples of her being a nerd, but she's a nerd, chat! Quite the craftsmanship, let me tell you. Left no trace whatsoever of where anything came from. Even if you look at the metadata and leaked files left on all devices after the transmission ended, there's nothing. Perfect crime, then? Not perfect. Compared to other attacks, like the first leaks that started riots around here, this one is sloppy. More specifically, the means of destroying evidence wasn't as effective as other locations. Thanks to that commotion at the bank, any attempts to investigate further were curbed by the madness that followed. I see. Well, I must keep moving. Oh yeah. Name's Tomcat, by the way. There we go. Nice meeting you. Huh, the registry cleared up too. Well, I guess that's it for today. Yeah, we already had one secret guest, so, you know, we gotta kinda call it wraps after that. You sure you're fine? I am, don't worry. Alright, careful out there. All booze and no firecrackers makes Dana a little girl. Lovely reference. No mistakes, flawless service. Okay, so hopefully that means we'll get to the 10,000 limit by next day. Otherwise, get ready for the bad ending, chat. Because there is a bad ending to this game. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, sorry that today's episode was a little unusual, but hopefully I will save correctly this time and we will get back to our regularly scheduled programming. So, until tomorrow, take care, chat. Bye-bye.